So, let me tell you the story about Spider-Man Noir. It started off on one snowy day. The cops, they heard some shit was going on. So we seen the cops pulling up inside the building with it. They busted the door open and it looked like Spider-Man done crashed out and killed James Jonah Jameson. I thought, when I first was reading this, I thought Spider-Man done finally crashed out. He was tired of that man talking all that shit on the media, saying he ain't this, he ain't that. He said, you know what, I'm gonna show you what I'm about, and popped his ass. That's what I thought was going on. But then, after that, Spider-Man webbed up the cops and just lead a scene with it. And then we seen a bunch of pictures, and there's really a whole story behind what really happened. So we followed this character named Ben Urich. You know, he works for James Jonah Jameson. He wanted to take pictures of the harsh reality of what the people are living in and how everybody's poor and broke and don't got shit and living a poor quality of life. Most people in the city and shit. Hella homeless people and shit. There's one homeless person, he put out some newspapers. He said he gonna wipe his ass with the financial section of the newspaper. And then we see Aunt May, she giving a whole speech and shit. She trying to empower the people with it. She was saying how they got us fighting a culture war when we should be fighting a class war, for real. And these political figures and these presidents and all that, the Democrat and the Republican Party, they're just all puppets. They don't got real power, for real. The real power is the niggas who hide behind the scenes and control shit behind the scenes with it. You feel me? They the reason why everybody broke. They the reason why everybody poor. They the reason why minimum wage jobs can't afford a basic needs of living. The CEOs and the bosses don't got the same goals as the workers, as the working class. They want to keep you down. You know, they going to say that we got record high profits every year as your wages continue to stay the same or even go down. For example, in the real world, you know, we got Uber, DoorDash, and all that shit. You know, it'd be expensive as hell to get some DoorDash, and it'd be expensive as hell to get an Uber ride. But also, the drivers, they don't get shit. They don't get shit paid. They get shitty pay. The Uber gets shitty pay. The DoorDash gets shitty pay. Where's all that money going to? It's going to the middleman. The CEO is going to the middleman. He's taking a huge portion of the working class, and he's fucking over the fucking worker and the customer at the same time by playing the middleman. You got these billion-dollar CEOs. They rich as hell. They got 5 yachts and niggas living under a box. You got niggas living under a box. Shit crazy, but yeah. Ahmed was giving a speech similar to that. And the gangsters, they ain't like what was going on because they part of the corrupted system. They telling his aunt to get down the box, so they was going to do something. Peter wasn't standing for that, so he stepping up for his aunt as he should do. But, you know, he got his ass beat, getting his ass thrown to the ground and shit. And then they started messing with Aunt May, which is uncalled for. You can't mess with no old elder lady bird like that. Come on now. But hey, my nigga Ben, you're rich. Came through with the camera with it. Started taking pictures. He said, hey, I know y'all scared of me because I put y'all in the media and everybody see y'all crooked ways. Which they're lucky ain't no iPhones existed at this time. They be done for. The big nigga was about to put his hands on Ben, but the Goblin said, hell nah, we can't fuck with this dude, bro. He got the power of the media on his side. Goblin was flicking his knife saying he's finna crash out. He's finna do something about that nigga. Because they was mad they didn't get to put their hands on Aunt May. Some sick ass niggas. And Peter was just hella mad at this corrupted ass system. And he was puzzled by why the gangsters are coming after them when he said the gangsters should really be mad at the system too. At the banks, at the businesses, at the politicians. But what he doesn't know is that the gangsters are a part of that corrupt ass system. And Ben Urich said, hey, are you able to stay out late night? You want to show them how corrupted the city really is. Then he put up to a little strip club with Peter Parker. So at the strip club, Ben is trying to warn Peter of the dangers of chasing justice when just about every leader figure is shady, dark, and corrupt. And then as soon as you know it, the nigga Goblin, he try to pull up, trying to start some trouble. Like, why does this nigga keep following Urich and Peter around? Like, God, nigga, do something else. Like, what the fuck? Then Urich was like, his whole gang and posse that he got together, he got them from a carnival. They all came from a carnival, so they got some weird type of skill sets and shit. And the Vulture, he a crazy ass nigga in this universe. He a crazy ass nigga. Fuck putting hands on somebody. He put teeth on somebody. Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. Shit crazy. Of course, the Goblin pulls up to Urich and Peter Parker, trying to talk some shit, saying, hey, was it your uncle, that Ben nigga? Didn't he get ripped apart by dogs? Knowing damn well he's the one who murked his uncle Ben. So after that triggered Peter. He threw some drink in his face. Niggas got mad, but Urich tried stopping everything, and Goblin, he stopped the Vulture from doing anything because he's like, hey, Urich got dirt on us. We can't fuck with this dude. So yeah, after that, Black Cat was like, y'all gotta take all that drama shit outside the club. We told y'all to leave all that drama at home with it. So kicked them out the club with it. Peter was like, bruh, seeing all those evil politicians and all those leaders, he don't give a fuck about that. He's gonna fight for the truth until the day he dies. He's gonna fight for the good and the right until the day he dies with it. So after that, Urich brought Peter Parker to the Daily Bugle, and he was like, you know what? Since you want justice, since you want to fight for justice, since you want what's right, and since you want to fight for the truth, hey, James Jonah Jameson, he gonna hook you up with a job at the Daily Bugle with it. He originally said that he wanted a job that's related to science, but James Jonah Jameson said, hey, them college fees, you gotta pay them college fees somehow. Plus, it's a good job to help highlight the corruption in this system. So yeah. Peter and Ben continue to capture the city's harsh realities, and Peter was just revealing his anger towards the Goblin, how everybody knows what the Goblin is doing, but everybody's just too afraid to actually confront the Goblin and actually stop him. But he said sooner or later, there will be a person with enough guts to stand toe-to-toe with the Goblin and finally confront him. And he dove into more and more about how he found his dead uncle, and he's saying they tied him up and they beat him, but for real, and it was dogs and all that, but for real, it wasn't dogs that ate up Uncle Ben. It was the Vulture. The Vulture is the main person who did it. So that's tough. And the crazy thing too was Urich was the person that was there too, witnessing the crime. He could have took a picture, but if they took a picture, they would have sent Vulture on his ass too. So I understand it, but damn, it's crazy how this nigga was there with the whole gang as they was killing his uncle too. And Peter is with the man who witnessed his murder. You ain't saying that? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's a wild issue one, bro. This shit hooked me in when I saw yours was there too. I'm like, what the fuck? So for the next 2 weeks, Peter Parker was Ben's assistant, and they take pictures of this burning building. And when I saw this burning building, that reminded me to the time in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 when he went inside the burning building. Spider-Man 2, he went inside the burning building without no powers on some real nigga shit. That shit was crucial. But yeah, he took pictures of the burning building, and then they saw a picture of the crowd of the Goblin there, and he's like, if I put 1 plus 1 together, that equals a 2. So the Goblin did it. So we got to go to the cops and say something. But no, the cops are corrupted. We can't go to them. And he's like, there must be somebody we can go to. And Ben is like, ain't nobody we can really go to. Everybody's really corrupted. The corrupted ass piece of shit around these parts. So ain't shit we can do. And then he started talking about his Uncle Ben. And immediately as he started talking about Uncle Ben, Ben Yorich felt a gut punch because he was there when he died. And he was talking about how his Uncle Ben, the Great War shouldn't have been called no Great War because war is not great. And they send boys out there to die and shit. And he said, if those in power can't be trusted, it's the responsibility of the people to remove them. And that's a bar right there. And Ben, he's just downplaying it, telling him to get other shit done. It just shows the difference between Yorich's doubt and Peter's hope. Later, Peter walked into Ben and he put himself to sleep. He a downer. He a doomer. He put himself to sleep with a little syringe junk. And while he put himself to sleep, somebody was saying, Spider, Spider, Spider. Peter was like, what the fuck going on? Who the fuck you talking to on this phone? He's like, are you, is that Ben? Is that you? Or Peter just capped. He trying to find out what the fuck going on. So he got one of Ben's soldiers, giving him a tip about what's going on following up with what the Goblin is doing and shit. And they said they are moving some antiques out that went astray. So Peter was like, let me snoop on these bitch ass niggas and see what foolery they up to. So they was moving the boxes and shit. As they was moving the boxes, the shit cracked down. A whole bunch of spiders went on this one nigga. The other dude was like, oh geez, I'm not touching that. Just disregarding the whole other nigga's life, not helping them, showing how disloyal this gang is. Then as soon as you know it, look, Spider went down on this nigga's Peter hand, bit that nigga quick as shit. And he had a whole vision. You would have thought he had the first per 30 ever created, bro. But he had a whole vision of this big ass gigantic spider talking to him. Well, I look like he's shooting spiders into this nigga dick though. That's crazy. But anyways, the big ass spider was basically saying, you don't gotta be afraid of me. My bite brings death to only those with evil intentions. Instead, I will give you the curse of power. The next day, Peter woke up in these black webs and he finally got his Spider-Man powers. He bouncing all around and shit. Then we cut to Ben Yorich and he trying to blackmail the Goblin for some money, for some hush money. But as soon as you know it, first thing Peter does when he got his powers, confront the Goblin. Of course, he got to. So this nigga done busted inside that nigga Goblin's window, fucked up Craven real quick. Fucked up Vulture real quick. Fucking up everybody in that bitch. Finally got to Goblin, started holding up that nigga by his shirt and shit. He told him all that drugs and prostitution, all that bullshit you be doing around these streets, this corrupt shit, it is here and it ends now. Or your ass is gonna get beat the fuck up. Sample. Then he noticed that nigga Yorich over there. He was stunned as fuck. This nigga Peter Parker went to Ben immediate. He was like, how could you be doing this? You take his filthy money, you a drug and a junkie. And he bought you like a dog. You a bitch ass nigga. And Ben was shook. He was like, I know that voice. Peter, is that you? Peter, wait, let me. Stay away from me, you rich. I don't know why your parents gave you that last name, because you not rich. That's a bar. I never want to see your lying face again. Your capping ass nigga. He left the scene with him. Goblin tried shooting the nigga, but the reflex is too fast. The reflex is too quick with it. Can't shoot the nigga. And Goblin was like, oh, hell nah. I can't be having this nigga try to run around, try to take my head off. So, you know what? We gonna use your skills to use you, rich. I want to use your connections to find out who that lunatic in the mask is. And he was like, I don't want to work for you anymore after knowing that was actually Peter. And yeah, I ain't trying to work for your bitch ass anymore. So yeah, I'm gone. He's starting to realize Peter was right, bro. You rich was feeding into the corrupted system that was created by the corrupted people. He was keeping the cycle going. He was keeping the hamster wheel going. And Peter wasn't fucking with that. So he got to break that hamster wheel so the corruption can eventually stop. He's like, nah, it don't sit right with him. No. And then when he was leaving, one of Goblin's men was like, you want me to pop him? Nigga, shut the fuck up. And he said, not yet. I need those files. He got some dirt on my ass. And Yorich finally had enough of the Goblin. He got the dirt on the Goblin, so he was just ready to expose the nigga. So he was talking to James Jameson about how much dirt he got on the Goblin and how he about to expose this nigga crazy. And then James Jameson say, hey, I don't want you with the street with that type of, ammo on you, with that type of, dirt on you feel me? So I'm gonna head to your crib right quick with it. So craziest thing happened. He heard the knock, Yorich open the door with it. It's James Jameson, but that nigga got the gun with it, popped his ass. And I was stunned as hell. I'm like, this nigga James Jameson, a cold-blooded killer in this bitch. This nigga's a whole corrupted. He corrupted by the Goblin the whole time. I was like, what the fuck? You can't trust nobody in these streets. It's crazy. And then at the end, we just see Peter Parker in the cool-ass Noir Spider-Man suit looking crucial, with the gun on the left hand, the little pistol looking crucial. And that's the end of issue 2. Then on the start of issue 3, Spider-Man was questioning how he got these powers. He's like, there ain't no magic, bro. I don't believe in magic. I only got these powers in some scientific way. I don't know how, but yeah, that's what I believe. Then he went down there, tried to check on that nigga, you rich, and he found out that nigga was a pack. Found out somebody packed him up, but he wanted to say, you gonna help me whether you like it or not. He wanted to use him as somebody who could help, but found out he was a pack. Packed the fuck up. So he called the cops, and guess what happened when he called the cops? These cops almost tried pinning this whole fucking murder on Peter. And that shit is crazy. Like, they was so close to pinning the murder on Peter, like, no, we can't pin it on him. He the one who called the cops. Like, bruh. If that nigga was Miles Morales, he would have been done for. That's tough. Then James Jameson came through to Goblin saying, hey, this the information I got. And Goblin looked at the info saying, bro, this some bullshit. This ain't all the information he got. Bitch ass nigga, you supposed to give me the information. You ain't give me no information. Get the fuck out of my office, nigga. So yeah, he was pissed as hell. He's like, who the fuck would have this information? Would he be the Black Cat, or would he be Peter? And then we cut to Peter going to his little strip club. He ain't going for no shaking, for no ass shaking or nothing. Black Cat invited him because she really got the real dirt on the Goblin, which he was trying to find. So Your Rich was playing chess, not checkers, or whatever the saying is. You know, having Felicia, she has the real dirt on her strip club joint. So Peter went over there. Felicia gave all the dirt to Peter because she already know the Goblin going to be on to her. She already know how the Goblin's going to be thinking of like, who would have this dirt? So giving it to Peter, smart idea. Plus, before You Rich died, he must have told her that Peter was Spider-Man, the nigga, because he witnessed the nigga breaking into the glass when Goblin was there. He was like, oh, first thing I'm gonna do is tell Felicia because I have a feeling I might be backed up. And he got backed up. So smart idea. So if anybody tries something on his way to Aunt May's house, they gonna get their ass fucked up. Then Aunt May was talking to Peter like, yo, I know how much You Rich meant to you. And Peter was like, man, fuck that bitch ass nigga. And Aunt May was like, now he did right by you, and you gonna do right by him. And we headed to this funeral. Are you gonna get this ass beat? So they went to the funeral. So at the funeral, James Jonah Jameson was like, oh man, what a tragic loss. Oh man, I'm sorry. Man. Okay, now let me get to the real juicy information I'm trying to get from you. So did You Rich tell you any invaluable information that I'm trying to get? You feel me? And then Peter's spider senses was tingling. You know what I mean? So he don't be capping. I know his spider senses be helping him from like not speaking about certain information or knowing when somebody can lie or knowing how somebody's trying to get something from him or try to get something bad from him or in a conversation. It's crazy. Like imagine, bro, using those spider senses on a date. Like, oh shit, I'm using my spider senses. This bitch a gold digger. Like, bro, I ain't know spider senses could be used in that way, but that's tough. But yeah, he does a W cap. He told him he doesn't know anything, and they went on about their date. So yeah, and Black Cat was looking like she about to pop out on the nigga too. She's like, what the fuck? This nigga's trying to get from Peter. So after that, he looked into You Rich's files, and You Rich's files got information about where Goblin be operating his business and where his ports is at and where all his men be and shit. So Spider-Man popped out and showed niggas. After he does all that, the media tried to slander his name, saying he a menace when he really saving the city. One of the other goons felt unsafe. He went to Osborn. He said, "Hey, he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. I ain't like that." And Osborn said, "Hey, I got this city safe. I got the I own the fucking the Boogle. I own the cops. Everybody working for me. I own this city. Yeah, impressive. But you don't own the Spider-Man. You feel me? So yeah. So I'm giving you 1 week. You better make this shit right, or there won't be no light." Then Osborn was spazzing out, but he came to the conclusion that Spider-Man must have the files, or someone is tipping Spider-Man who has the files. So he came to the conclusion that they immediately need Peter Parker there. They immediately need Peter Parker, and they need Felicia too. And then we come to the scene where Spider-Man pull up on James Jonah Jameson, and this is exactly where we started at, where he was framed at. So the cops, came in, tried to bust at his ass, but he fled the scene with it. So Spider-Man was like, I still haven't really reached deep into these files. So let me do my investigation and look deeper into these files. So he looked deeper into the files. He was seeing all the regular Goblins men that he already seen and shit. And then he seen one person that he haven't seen before, and that was the Chameleon. So he checked James Jonah Jameson dead body to only find out that it was really the Chameleon all along. And the question is, what happened to the real James Jonah Jameson? The real James Jonah Jameson is stuck in a cage. This nigga Goblin threatening him to be eaten by a tiger. And then he got Felicia too, caught Felicia too. And Goblin going insane, he about to catch hella bodies for this dirt. Shit, he already got hella bodies. He don't give a fuck. Then we seen the Goblin sent Vulture to kill Aunt May. The Vulture got the drops, and Aunt May in her own crib talk about how he sucked on that nigga Ben's meat. And Aunt May was like, what the fuck? Then Spider-Man arrived just in the nick of time. Vulture said, how fast can you move, Spider-Man? And he was threatening to snap her neck. He said, I can't move fast, but this bullet can. Pop this ass. And Aunt May crazy ass was saying, no, shoot him. Nigga, fuck that nigga. He's inside of your property trying to kill you. We live in America. If somebody inside your property trying to kill you, that's self-defense. Get that gun out, pop that nigga. Simple. I'm sorry, Aunt May. He's your aunt. He ain't trying to lose you. Already lost Uncle Ben. Come on now. Niggas like that, they relentless to kill a nigga and do crazy shit. He did the right thing right there. Come on, Aunt May. Chill the fuck out. She's saying this nigga should have shot some webs at him. Saying he above the law. Nigga, that's self-defense. If he went to court, he would have won. That's self-defense. He was about to snap the aunt's neck. You feel me? So self-defense. I'm sorry. But yeah, Aunt May, you in the wrong right here. That bullet shooting inside the Vulture is well deserved. So Spider-Man went to save Felicia, and later Felicia was stunned to still see James Jonah Jameson, because in fact, she was the one who actually killed the nigga. He wasn't set up at all. He wasn't framed at all. She was the one who actually killed the nigga. Because she was there that night when You Rich died by James Jonah Jameson. And when James Jonah Jameson was trying to scavenge around, or not James Jonah Jameson, the fucking Chameleon was trying to scavenge around You Rich's building and shit, and she got to hiding. Osborn was trying to put her inside the spiders and shit. But she was like, get your hands off me, and this nigga skin started cracking. But Spider-Man came through with it, started giving everybody the hands, Craven and all them. Spider-Man finally popped out the cut, started throwing hands on everybody, started throwing hands on Craven, and all the Goblin's goons. Niggas started shooting at him, but the spider system was helping him. Even the little monkey wanted the hands too. But guess what? The monkey shouldn't have even gotten in the fight, because his dumb ass got his ass shot up. Nigga accidentally shot his own monkey. Nigga said, you gonna pay for that? Nigga, you the one who shot the nigga. You the one who shot your own monkey. But yeah, he fucked that nigga up on the easy with a little pipe shit. Had that nigga teeth leaking out and shit. Nigga lost tooth. He go to a dentist. That's tough. And then this nigga Goblin holding Felicia as a hostage, knowing damn well he can't do nothing against Spider-Man. And then he got the tiger out too. So he got saved in a situation where he got saved 2 people with it. So yeah, he said, fight your tiger. Nigga, you think I can't fight no tiger? He easily went to the tiger, put wet fluid in that nigga tiger mouth. The tiger was like, what the fuck is this? The tiger looked scared as shit, bro. Nigga, the tiger was looking swollen fucking like he on shit the whole time. He put web in his mouth. He's like, oh fuck no. Set that nigga down easily. Like a little house cat. But yeah, he's easily saved James Jonah Jameson on the easy. He followed, or he tried following Osborn, but of course, the nigga, fucking the Craven nigga, he smacked the two teeth out of. He still want that smoke, so he easily get. You say you still want that smoke? All right, bro. In one kick, fuck that nigga up, and all the spiders started getting on his ass and shit. See, this Spider-Man don't play. He knock your fucking teeth out and shoot niggas. Noir Spider-Man on Simon with it. But yeah, he was still chasing Osborn. He was seeing the shadows. Osborn was shook as shit. And then out of nowhere, this nigga Noir Spider-Man pounced on that nigga like from Batman Arkham City when you be pouncing on niggas, when you be pressing the Y button and shit. From when you on top of them gargoyles and shit. But yeah, he pounced on that nigga. And he was trying to rip his mask off. He said, hey, you gonna rip my mask off? I'm gonna rip your fucking crack ass skin off. And we see this nigga's a reptilian with this nigga look with the green fucking shit looking horrible and shit. Ain't no about a skincare gonna help that shit. That's tough. But yeah. This nigga Goblin was telling his backstory how he was treated like shit when he was a little kid, but nobody gives a fuck now because you turn into a whole fucking monster as a grown up. So nobody gives a shit. Niggas be getting bullied all the time when they was kids. Most of them don't resort to be doing all this corrupt shit. Goddamn. So Peter was about to pop this nigga too, and he ultimately does deserve it. But he was thinking about how his Aunt May say, I ain't trying to live in a world where niggas just be shooting and popping and killing each other like that. So he said, you know what? I ain't gonna let you go out easy. I'm gonna let you stand trial. Knowing damn well this fucking corrupted ass system, he ain't gonna go to no trial. But thank goodness the spider guides was like, nah, this nigga, we don't fuck with no trial shit. We killing this nigga. Took over Kraven's body, snatched that nigga up, killed that nigga. You feel me? Spider-Man ain't help. He said, fuck it. Hey, I guess the karma just come to bite you in the ass. I ain't saving you, Brody. Then Peter came out to Felicia, and we found out that she left Urich for the Goblin at one point. That's tough. Not gonna lie, bro. How you gonna switch up on my nigga Urich like that and be a hoe for this corrupt ass nigga, this nigga Goblin? The fuck? But yeah, it's in the past though. So yeah, he handed her the picture of Urich and her together. You feel me? Just a little, just a little great moment between them. So yeah. So yeah, the Goblin and all his little goons are defeated. Peace returns and hope returns to the city of New York. Aunt May keeps fighting for justice while Spider-Man knows the monsters will always be around, but so will the heroes. And he says good guys will always win. In most cases, they do win. So yeah, this a W. This a W. Little comic book, Noir Spider-Man. This is my first time reading the comic book, and I remember playing the game where it's like all these different dimensions of Spider-Man. I remember playing the Spider-Man Noir levels, and I remember that one level where I had to fight the Vulture, and they made Vulture like terrifying in that fucking video game. Like that's why I'm saying like Spider-Man is just such a great character. Like fuck Batman getting this whole Hollywood. I mean Batman. He's him. Not gonna lie. I got. He a GOAT too, but Spider-Man's my GOAT. He a GOAT. He a tier 1 GOAT. Batman a tier 2 GOAT, but he got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Spider-Man deserves his own shit too. Not gonna lie. He deserves his own shit too. They need to assemble all the Spider-Man for that. Spider-Man is he versatile with. He could go to other two. He can make a whole fucking show about this, for example. He could make a whole show about Spider-Man 2099 and regular Spider-Man. Spider-Man is just him. He's just him for real. And I can't wait for that Spider-Man Noir show. Ridiculous Cage. It's going to be legendary. Just reading off this comic alone, it's gonna be legendary. I can't wait for it. They need to make Vulture as gruesome and crazy as possible with the teeth and eating niggas and shit and all that, bro. It's gonna be crucial. I can't wait for it. But yeah, this is a W comic showing how Spider-Man Noir became Spider-Man Noir. And it shows how powerful the media is and how corrupt a system can be if evil people are in power of the system. Kind of like what we living in now. But yeah, it's crazy. And this comic related a lot to real life in a few ways. In a lot of ways, I'm not gonna lie, because shit be crazy out here, man. And people be struggling out here, but the government don't give a fuck. You feel me? Yeah, man, it was a great comic to read, and yeah, definitely gotta tap into this more. Can't wait for the show. And Spider-Man's to go. You feel me? Hope y'all have a splendid day. Thank y'all for watching the video. Film up.